Round one, fight! Hadouken!
Evening all, so here we go. This is going to be yet further proof that the Darkstar Corporation loves to shoot each other. So here we go. This is 2 matches all in one video, and we did these each sequentially. So basically we ran one, then 30 minutes later we had a second one. So and that's a good tactic if you're looking to do that. Now I may have mentioned to the Corp, let's have a Corp battle, you know, gentlemen sipping tea, having a gentlemanly chat in front of the fire. Bollocks. These guys went for my balls like God knows what. It was the most vicious attack on me I've ever, you know, it was about as subtle as a mugging in a train station toilet. It was horrendous. It was just awful. But this is really good. I'm joking, of course. This is something I think really every Corp maybe needs to do to firstly let off steam. The Corp's getting quite big now, and I think a lot of people are getting arguments happening and stuff like that, and that's what you get when there's a lot of testosterone in the room and not enough ladies. So I think the challenge we have is keeping everybody kind of entertained and aggression focused. So what we've been doing is these Corp battles, and we're generally trying to do 2 a day. It's not easy though. Plus when you've got about 40, 50, maybe 60 people online, it is very difficult to get everyone in them. So, you know, fellow Darkstarers, if you've not got in these battles yet, just send me an email and we will and we will make sure you do get in the next one. We're really trying hard to coordinate these. If you're in a corporation that doesn't do Corp battles, then you're missing out. We've had a lot of people ask us, you know, hey, look, you know, I'm not a spy. Great way to start an email, by the way. I'm not a spy, but can I join your Corp with an alt? I mean, in Eve, we would just say no, but in Dust, sure, come on in. We don't care. There's nothing, you know, we actually have spies in our Corp right now who are sending, get this, secret coded intel back to their other Corps about what we're doing. They have no idea. We are a clown car. We have no agenda, okay? So please don't think that there is any kind of a hidden agenda with this Corp. We're here just to have a bit of a laugh, okay? So if you want to create an alt and join up, that would be perfectly awesome. I know there's a lot of Corps that are quite inactive at the moment as well, which is surprising, really, I guess, given, you know, the uprising updates coming, but, you know, hey. So, you know, please feel free to join us. We're very active at the moment. We have a huge amount of people in Corp. We've got a lot of people who are kind of, you know, getting things moving as well. So, you know, come join us. Anyway, so Corp battle, how's it going? Well, we used our usual tactic. So my kind of tactic is, you know, we're pretty good at defense. We're not very good at attack. Not the whole Corp, but me generally. I would say that, you know, whenever I run the squads, I find we're pretty good at defending, but, you know, pretty weak at attack. However, we do have some good, and I think these 2 battles were good examples of where actually the Corp has a good capability to attack. As you can see, we had tanks against us, some incredibly good tank pilots who somehow survived both matches. I don't know how they did that. But this is really, I think, part of the key of why we do Corp battles, really, is it's all about getting ready for planetary conquest, getting ready for a bit of a, you know, kind of raising of the game when it comes to, you know, how people play Dust, because everybody wants their own little district with their Merc log cabin. So I think this is going to be something you're going to have to really step up and fight and play for the win, as we would say. Now, I think this is where I think Corp battles really are quite good. So, again, you know, if you're interested in doing a Corp battle with us, then please let us know. We won't bring prototype or fits to your Corp battles. So, if that's your plan, then you win now. Don't bother even coming to us, because it's not about that. I think really what we're more interested in is just, you know, having a bit of fun, building a bit of friendship. We've got some really good bros in other Corps that we're building really good friendships with. So, yeah, please, you know, give us a shout if you want to have a Corp battle with us. We actually have probably quite a long list already that we're trying to work through. So again, if you already have done this, I really do apologise. We're still working through it. But again, I think it's really just about trying to keep your members entertained. And a lot of people ask me, like, what's the process of running a corp and stuff like that? Well, I mean, I'm not the CEO of the corp, as I've said in many videos. Joshua and I work very closely to make this corp fun, but we've got so many people who support us. It's never just a unit, a single effort. We've got, dozens of people who work on, keeping the content there. So it's like any MMO thing, really. If you don't have that, then it's going to suck.
Round 2, fight! Hadouken!
Right, so here we go, round 2. I shut up for a minute then, let you listen to the wonderful Street Fighter effects. So you can see our tactics pretty similar. I mean, all we're doing is on these kind of more sprawling maps, we're just using a ship-fit dropship to get to our initial staging point quick. We generally try and capture the 2 points first. That just starts the clock ticking. And maybe let's share a thought here, because this is something we've noticed, exponentially as we've done more Corp battles, in that Corp battles are never about your kill-death ratio. They're never about anything to do with KD. If you talk about KD when it comes to Corp battles and, Planetary Conquest, you're a moron, because it doesn't work that way. Eve, if keeping a solar system under your control in Eve, you could expend thousands of ships, but at the end of the day, it's the end result that matters. If you keep the system, then you've won. And I think Corp battles are going to be the same. So I wouldn't. I mean, okay, you can't just throw your clones away. But I think it's probably worth just having an appreciation. It is a totally different mechanic here. So I think it's a tricky one, but these ones are really quite interesting for us, because we were just really keen to see what we could actually do with the corporation. And I think just getting the clock ticking, getting the drive for the opponent to be attacking rather than defending and so on is actually quite key. It's almost like a toggle switch, and at the moment the toggle switch is entirely in our area, because we have to attack, because they've taken A. So we are now at the point where it could be 3v1, sorry, 2v1. So there's always this kind of toggle switch. So I've just hacked it back, toggle switch flicked again, now it's up to them to attack. And I love this real kind of drive where all of a sudden I'd say over comms, hang on, I've just hacked A, everyone stand down and defend. it was brilliant. I loved it. I love this constant changing of drive, really, because it was all around, right, okay, we're if we then lose a point, we're then on attack again. So everyone, right, here we go, we're on utter attack because we're losing quite a lot here. So it was beginning to look a bit bad, but again, we're ahead in the MCC battle, so this is why we're not too concerned at the moment, because again, a lot of the time it's about seeing where your enemy is, because a lot of the time you'll see your enemy is all over the map but never particularly concentrated. So a clever attack like we did here just with C, we rescued C, and then we've got a hack on at A, so the toggle switch has just been flicked again. I love the metaphor here, because to me this really does summarize what these battles are all about. And I guess it's because I played, for so long I played Capture the Flag and these kind of battles with Unreal and Half-Life and all that. And I think as long as you understand the mechanic of what it's all about, which is toggle being switched left, right, okay, we have to attack, okay, we've now got the majority of the points, the clock is ticking for our opponent. It's like the chess clock, you bash it when it's there, go, and it's like, right, come at us. And I love that. I really do like that feeling that, okay, you go, come at us. Now, what I'm doing here as well is a kind of an interesting tactic that really did quite work, and not all the time, as you'll see, but is I think we've had a few good comments telling us, have 3 defend, 3 attack, then 2 floating, and I like the idea of the floating, the floater, because to me that's actually a very good role, because it suits my playstyle quite well, because I'm quite good at kind of stealth, getting in behind enemy lines and maybe doing a sneaky hack. Obviously not in this case, because I just get home, but this is exactly the kind of tactics that I think you only really start to learn when you do a lot of Corp battles. Because again, I think when we started this whole endeavor, I think we had absolute fatigue of instant battles. So everybody in the Corp was very good at instant battles. We rarely lost, which was quite weird. But I think what was starting to happen is when we ran Corp battles, everybody would just run blindly to whatever the next objective was as they perceived it, and that actually became incredibly counterproductive. And I think that probably started to lose us Corp battles. Certainly the first few ones we did, we just got spread over the floor. Seriously, we were just absolutely owned, because again, we didn't really understand the difference between Corp battles and generally instant battles. Now we do. I would say our unique kind of focus is solely on Corp battles now, because we have a good appreciation of how to run them. Doesn't mean we're terribly great at them, because obviously, you know, some of the fits, some of the, I don't think our, you know, the players are necessarily there as well. Across not all of the Corp, but certainly a fair bit of the Corp. I mean, I myself have only just got into prototype suits, and you know, I think a lot of us are still using shitty weaponry as well. So there's a fair way to go. But I think that, again, I would stress there is probably nothing worse if you're in one of the big veteran Corps. You've all got the best tank, the best fit, the best gun, the best modules, and you don't bother logging in anymore. Or if you do, you just sit with a fucking sniper tank at the end of the map, or you just sit and do whatever. You know, there is nothing worse than that. Not for the tactic, but for the fact that, God almighty, you are going to get bored really quick. Okay, and I think, I mean, I saw this in EVE. Again, I've been playing EVE for so many bloody years now, but I saw it in EVE where, quite frankly, you just think to yourself, been there, done that, seen it, bought the t-shirt. And you kind of marvel at the energy of the younger Corps. And I think that's certainly where maybe we are in Dust at the moment is, you know, we feel there's a fair bit of energy in the Corp, there's a fair bit of activity, there's loads of people really looking to help and build the Corp. And I think that's, you know, that's probably 6 months, you know, behind a lot of the larger Corps who've maybe already done this and got bored. Anyway, there we go. Musings of Pyrex once again. So victory. So we got 2 victories in a row, and yes, I am very smug about that because it was good teamwork and I think it was good play. But look how many losses we incurred. I mean, God, 6 deaths, 6 kills, 15 deaths. It's pretty bad. But there we go. So this is Corp battles, and I highly stress you give them a go. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.